right, here we are again. We made it to episode number 2. Feels like we've done this before. How's that? They say episode number 2 is the hardest one to get to, so we made it.
True.
That means we're going to keep it rolling. We may or may not have skipped a week, but we were off, so yeah, good to have everybody back in. I'm Charlie. That's Scott. We're with B&H Racing. This is the Done Deal podcast. There's a good story behind that name. We'll have to tell that another time where we came up with that name. It's a really good story. At least we think it is. Who knows if anybody else thinks it is. All right, we're going to go straight into the recap. The ARCA League Race that we had this past Thursday. We were at Kansas. I think the racing was a little bit better, but before we talk about the racing, just real quick on the results. It's another Jared victory. It wasn't quite as dominant as last time. I mean, he still kind of made it look easy. It kind of looked the whole time like, yeah, if we get some green flag runs in here, he's probably just going to win this race. What'd you think about the racing, though? I know you weren't too impressed. You didn't think we were a whole lot better at Richmond. What'd you think about this week?
I thought it was better, but because there's a skill gap.
Oh, skill gap. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, we were spaced out more because, like you said, Kansas, you run up top. Actually, I don't know if you said that, but you've said it before.
We're gonna get to it because there was some incidents later.
You run up top, but not a lot of people have it in them to do that consistently. And so the ones that do can really get spaced out. Like this run we're watching here, I think was a 10-15 lap run to the end.
Yep. He actually got in the wall right there. Wow.
Yeah, the front pack really breaks away just in those 10-15 laps. There's that just, if you can't get up high and run, you're going to fall back. So.
Yeah, so speaking of the high line, yeah, Kansas, there's definitely almost three lines. I mean, nobody really runs in the middle. You're either going to run all the way at the bottom, which you can see it here on the restart, or you got to run. But ultimately, you got to end up at the top. You're not going to pass anybody on the bottom after those tires have got a little bit of heat in them. And like you said, unfortunately, we're going to have to visit a couple incidents with the wall that may or may not have been on that 28 car there. But this was the last restart. The racing was good. I think we're starting to feel out who can, be safe around us and be comfortable. That's old Patrick there in the black number 66. He was up front with us at Atlanta when we had the incident with Michael. We still love you, Michael. No harm, no foul. But yeah, Jared just kind of doing his thing this week again. He's always got the tires a little bit later. We call him Old Man Jared sometimes because he's just like that old school. He's like that. Hey, that's your shirt. Nice.
Yeah. I'm a big fan.
Speaking of shirts, real quick, if anybody has seen the stream recently, I may or may not have been wearing this exact shirt. I don't want people to think that Charlie only owns one shirt and I'm like wearing dirty shirts. So
it's a good shirt. It's a good shirt.
It is a good shirt. I mean,
so you take it off, you wash it, and wear it the next day. I get it. Fair enough.
Yeah. So pretty sure we were all in the top 10. I think Jeremy was 10th or 11th. I ended up getting back to 9th after an incident that we might see a little bit later. Scott himself finished 3rd on the podium in the interview booth at the end of the race. And like we said, Jared got the victory. So good night all the way around for B&H Racing. Points aren't updated yet, but needless to say, Jared has Jared extended his lead. He was in the lead before. You and I are around 8th or 9th or somewhere.
Right.
So good showing from everybody this week. So, this is our ARCA League that happens on Thursday nights. If I'm correct, though, we also race on Tuesday nights. Don't we? There's another league race that happens on Tuesday nights that we stream, I believe, right? Gosh, I wish I knew some of the detail. Do we have a clip, guys? Anybody? No? I'm getting old. No. Oh, gosh. I'm getting all the head shakes of no's. So, no clips, but did you go? Were you there? Do you
I
have
was
any
there.
idea? You were
I
there?
remember
Oh
what happened.
wow.
Yeah.
All right. Can you confirm or deny the rumor that did Charlie win the race?
I can confirm, yes,
Okay. Impress.
because after he won, there was a very memorable moment that makes you think, okay, I'm gonna remember that he won this
Oh
race because
yeah?
of this. Yeah,
Like something you
yeah.
might want to put a rating on or something.
There you go. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
rate it.
Okay. Well, maybe we will get to do that a little bit later. Skill gap. Man, I gotta write that down. I like that term. You just come
Good
up with
term.
that on the fly right
Yeah,
now?
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
It just
That's
hit my brain and I just rolled with it.
impressive. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to the segment that is actually already up and going on the screen, and that is explain yourself. So I am going to be explaining myself. So we talked about that high line that runs here at Kansas. I'm gonna let this clip play out, but before we do,
I like the name of this clip. I like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Charlie
Charlie
Wall.
Wall. I like it.
Maybe I'll go ahead and let people see that. Yeah, Charlie Wall. We're gonna let it play out, but my little bit of pre-explanation is I will admit I do not like running that high line. I think it's in the ARCA cars though, because I feel okay in the trucks and maybe the Cup car. I don't know, but I don't have the expletive here that it requires to.
Not everybody does.
Yeah, yeah, and you explained that earlier. So let's let this play out. We're about coming up on 10 laps to go here in the race, and
Game changer, isn't it, Chuck? Riding up top.
I've gotten lucky a couple laps. I mean, you just have to not care. Look
Yeah.
at my face, though. I start to get a little comfortable.
Well, you don't have to not care. You just have to trust. Look, you're getting excited thinking, man, I could
trust but
get on the podium.
And I was
That's
keeping
why
up with
you weren't up
Jared,
here earlier.
so I was like,
This is a big deal.
okay. Look at my face. 79 to take off anytime.
Yeah, you're
that was a
comfortable.
mistake right there. I got a little cocky. 10 to go. What?
Don't worry, Jared knows
What
what
are you
he's
doing? There it is. Okay, and for those that don't know,
I'm stuck.
these
10
ARCA
laps
cars
is when Jared starts
get
to go.
hung on the wall and
You
you can't
shift
get them
down.
off.
So he's about to kick it on.
And look,
here in
I don't
a
even know if you
second.
know this happened. Watch.
But
This
I'm
was
just
2
making
laps
sure
later.
that he.
I had no clue.
Right.
And you're in 11, and you hit it
doing it that
again.
way.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah, I had no clue that happened. I thought you were
Yeah,
still just like, from the first.
No. So, I mean, I know what happened. I got
Game changer, isn't it, Chuck?
I got
Riding up
very
top.
comfortable because I realized, okay, I think I'm getting this done. I think I'm okay now. I was
Yeah.
doing a little something with this different with the steering
Well,
wheel,
you don't
but
have to not care. You just have to trust.
and I don't know. I just got comfortable and got in the wall and daggone them things. They still stick to the
You weren't up
wall.
here earlier.
I don't have a good explanation. I wish I could say this happened, but I just quit paying attention. I got comfortable. And then, you know, sometimes, a lot of times during the race, people are talking to my ear a lot, and that distracts me some, so.
What's funny is right before you hit the wall, you punch it again.
10 laps
Like you're about
is
to.
when
I just noticed that. Back it up so right before you hit the wall here,
don't worry,
you get all the way back in the
Oh,
gap.
I do? What?
Like that's. You just
Yeah.
accepted your fate, and you're just like,
10
yeah.
laps is when Jared
But you
starts
shifted
to go.
down. It took you that long to get off the wall.
I was so scared I was going to pull it off the wall and run out in front of people and cause a big old wreck.
Which is fair.
This was me realizing, hey, I'm going to catch up. I can probably pass Zach, the two Zachs. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. So, I mean, my explanation here is I've got to get better. I've got to get more comfortable running that high line. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all I
Well,
got.
you don't
I don't know.
have to
What
care.
what
Did
kind
you
of
run
tips?
your-
What kind
did
of
you run
tips
your-
would you give anybody that are looking for
What
what it
did
takes
you
to
run your
run up
30
there?
laps?
That's why
Wow.
You weren't up here earlier.
And if so, where did you run
Okay, for the record, I did. I don't know if everybody did because I heard a few people got called out before the race started.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Jared.
I ran my 30 laps
knows
up
what
high.
he's doing.
Good. Okay. So actually, when I was running my 30, I ran some up high, but
starts to go.
I mean, I did a lot of this when I was running my 30 practice laps. So you
To be
know,
fair, I mean, I hit the wall a few times too. I did the same thing that you did here. When you were up front with us, you bumped into the wall. I pulled it off a lot quicker. But
Yeah.
Jared, I was actually in front of Jared at that point, and he flew by me, and he said something. Because I think Bobby did it too. And he's like, you followed him right up into the wall.
well,
So we
I
both
think
did it.
even
So
in
it's
that
not
last
like a...
right, but how'd you get off the wall so quick? Maybe we'll have to hit the
let off the
prac-
gas.
I don't know. Mine's got something extra on the right side. When it gets up there and gets stuck, I don't know. So
It's like glue. Nah,
yeah.
you just yank it down with confidence. I mean, they can see you wrecking, and they need to move. I mean, that's on them if they don't.
Guess.
But
Okay. Maybe
yeah, I
that's
just
me
yanked
being
it right back
too.
off the wall.
Yeah.
Got off the gas.
All right. Noted. I'm making a note right now. Yank it.
Good. Yank it.
Is
Left.
that the proper? That's the technical term. Yank it.
Yeah, that's the scientific name for it.
Okay.
Yank it left. That's what Chad
Got
will
it.
tell you.
Man, I'm learning so much. Skill gap and yank it.
Good.
All right, we're gonna move on to segment number 3, and this week we got a special feature for you. We're gonna call this one "Rate That." I wish I had a cool sound to play for that. I should rate that. So normally at this time in the podcast, we're gonna be looking at the list. Anybody made the list, good or bad? It was pretty calm and cool and collective these last couple of races. So nobody outstanding, nobody got in trouble really. So we thought we're gonna rate some burnouts. So what we need y'all to put some comments here. Rate these burnouts from on a scale of 1 to 10. The first one you're going to see is Charlie. I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but I actually won the race at Bristol, which ironically enough, you have to run the high line.
Yeah, I just right as you
Right?
said that, I was like, wait a minute, you ran the high line there.
That's what's so weird. That's why I think it's the car, but it sounds like I'm making an excuse. So, gonna let this. Got 2 views of my burnout. Not that that makes it any better or worse. And then we're gonna see Jared's right after. But I'm gonna explain mine a little bit. Just I'll give you what I think about each one, and of course we'll hear from Scott too. So we're gonna let these play out.
I like the complete stop to start it.
Yeah. I'll explain what I was doing right here because that's a little bit embarrassing. Okay. That's in-car looks decent. There's a little incident right here. Oh. Okay. I'm going to go back because I noticed the fireworks up there. That was pretty cool. All right. Locked it down. Okay, here's a good view, All right, right here, I was holding the clutch in and didn't realize. So then I had to pop the clutch.
Just revving the engine.
Yeah.
I like that the flagman is
He's
aggressively
excited.
waving that checkered flag.
He is
for
pumped
you.
up for this burnout. I was letting everybody see the back of the truck there, to see the Twitch channel and everything. Name of the stream. I mean, that's impressive right there. All right, there's something that happens after this that I left out. I cruise on down and slide it sideways into pit road. That was pretty cool too. I could have got extra bonus points for that. So, I like the burnout. I didn't need to hit the inside wall. That was a little bit embarrassing. I mean, I'm gonna give it I give this a 7.5. I'd almost approach a 8. Scott, what do you think?
So I have just a few notes here. I like the tail whip at the end. That was cool. Not the bounce off the wall, but that was good. You did one donut, and then you did like a long stretch. So it was kind of like what kind of burnout are you doing here? It was one. Here we go. One little. That doesn't count. You haven't started yet. So here we go. There's one, and then immediately into the other type of burnout where you just straight line it. So it's like pick one.
Yeah, too much variety.
Yeah, a little too much.
Yeah, it got away from me right there, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
So
I saved it. I saved it with the tail whip.
Hey, I'm happy for you. You hadn't been in victory lane in a while, so it was a much needed win. But
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
What did you say?
I gotta.
Okay.
We
So
go
I
with
got
5.
5. Okay, noted.
5.
All right, y'all don't forget. Put it down in the comments. Just put a Charlie. 1 out of 10. Let us know what you think. All right, we're gonna move on. Mention that Jared won. Jared won the ARCA race and got to do himself a burnout. So we'll show that. And all right, don't mind the smoke. That adds to it. That's a
Immediately,
truck
way
and
more
car
smoke.
thing.
I mean, beautiful donuts though. He did like a little S. I like it.
Okay. My comments on this one. So, all right. Again, don't get confused because you see a lot of smoke coming out, and that doesn't have anything to do with the technique or anything that's going on.
I think I have a theory about that, but go ahead.
Okay. So that does make this one look a lot cooler, but that has nothing to do with the technique or the capabilities of the person doing the burnout. I'm impressed with the shape of, let's say, the burnout. Here's the problem I have. Okay. I mean, that's like a firecracker. It's over in 5 seconds. Boom. And what's this? Where are you going?
He's
Where is
grabbing
he?
the flag.
He's gone. I mean, hang around. You know, say something. You're so good. You got to leave the track already. I include that. I include what happens after the burnout in my judgment of it. So, it's above average. So I'm giving it a 5.1. You got to hang around, buddy. You got to stay around and see the fans. You can't just leave the track like that. Look at this.
Oh man.
Like, boom, he's gone.
All right. Well, to be fair, yours did not last much longer.
Well, we didn't
In
time
fact,
him.
you hit the wall.
I mentioned, yeah, I took off a tenth of a point for that.
This looks like somebody that's been here before. Like he knows what he's doing.
I mean, he does have more experience at it.
Burn it down, and then yeah, I mean.
All right.
What else is there to it?
I just realized something. This.
That's exactly what you did.
He's trying to replicate. Yeah. Okay. So he stole some too. So there's some credibility issues here as well.
I'll give it a 7.5. I think that guy knows what he's doing.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, and he's doing donuts. You know, he's not.
Right. What's your theory on the smoke?
Well, you started burning out halfway through a turn because you're holding the clutch. He starts straight spinning the tires. So look, I mean, right here, what is that? And then here you start. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, there's a little bit. You're right. Okay. You know what? There's a little bit of smoke that shows up there. I think it's the truck and I think it's the tire that's on the vehicles. It's gotta be. All right, don't look at that part. This part's
and
awesome.
then it's over. That's it. We need to time that because you really came at him for ending fast. That's it. Wow.
All right, here we go. It's a good 30 seconds. Well, from right now.
Right here it starts. Okay.
24 seconds. Yeah.
Do something.
What did you say?
Okay, I could have. I know where I could have made it a 10 if I had spun it around one more time there and then whipped it on the finish line.
But to be fair, Jared did more in 10 seconds than you did in 20.
Wowzers. Wow.
I mean, it's just, hey, look, you got to win. That's exciting.
That's right.
All right, you'll do better next time.
Right. All right, and then the third burnout we're gonna look at here is who? Jeremy? No. Oh no, no more burnouts to be seen. Okay.
Well said.
All
I'll
right,
send you
we got a
some maps.
5, a 5.1, a 7.5. Okay, y'all be sure and put something in the comments here. Let us
Comment
know what you
below.
thought about the burnouts. All right, moving on. Next week, ARCAs are going to be at Legacy Pocono. I'm gonna just go ahead. Hey, I'm gonna make a bold move here. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I mean, can I say it? Should I say it? You
You
know
should
what
say
I'm
it.
about to say, right?
I do know
I mean,
exactly what you're about to
Pocono is
say.
my favorite track, and so,
God.
and it's in the ARCA cars. I know Jared's on a hot streak right now, but gosh, I'm feeling really confident. So there's a good chance we're gonna keep our winning streak, but I think it's gonna be me. But
Wow.
having said that, how do you feel about Pocono and the ARCA
Uh,
car?
sure. I don't think Jared wins this one. I think that's an easy prediction.
Okay,
As good as Jared is not good at Pocono, and he
that's
knows it,
right. That's right.
and he owns it. He's fine with it. But he's comfortable. I mean, he's strong finish out of him is all he needs.
That's true.
I'm gonna make a prediction as well. I'm gonna say that
Here we go. Here we go.
that there's
What'd you
gonna be
say?
there's gonna be a race at the end. But it's gonna be between me and you, and I think that I'm gonna prevail as the winner at Pocono. I think I snagged my first ARCA win. I've been up there a few times on the podium.
I
Excuse
mean,
me.
it would be good just for the whole Scott Jared, battle that's kind of
Yeah,
going on. It would serve you well to win a race, I think.
I think that he was definitely faster than me at Kansas, but that's because again, Jared's fast in the long runs. If you had a green white checkered at
Oh,
Kansas that
oh,
he wasn't starting in an ideal position, it's going to be a tough win for Jared. And I mean, Jared's really good at long runs. Not that that even matters here, because I don't think he'll do too much. But I was up there, and I've been up there a few times. So
yeah.
um,
Okay.
yeah, I
Noted.
intend to win.
Noted. Well, I mean, don't we all though? But
Well, some
if
of
I
us don't.
intend to win and you intend to win, I mean, something's got to give, right?
Something's gotta give. Yeah.
I think here's the spoiler prediction. I think one of those Mott boys might pop up there and win a race.
Wow, that
What do
is
you
quite
think?
the prediction.
What do you think?
It's a
What'd
bold
you say?
statement.
All right, so we'll be at Pocono. That's Thursday night, the 15th. Catch that on the stream. For
Where
those
the
that don't know,
Tuesdays cars at?
that's B&H Racing on Twitch, twitch.tv/B&H. We're not a band. It's not a band.
We could
It's
be.
B&H Racing. We could be. That's a good point. But Tuesday night, the 13th, playoffs are going on in that Tuesday night racing league. We're not in them, unfortunately, but we are starting to have some strong showings. That is going to be Talladega. So, I mean, that's normally just a coin flip, a flip of the coin, coin
Absolutely.
toss, however you want to phrase it. Do you run up front the whole time? Do you just hang out in the back? The last 3 weeks in that league have been fairly calm. I don't want to say boring. Scott might say different. It's been pretty calm racing, but at Talladega, now Talladega is different than Daytona. Daytona's a little bit tight. Talladega in the trucks too. I mean, yeah, you could probably run 3 wide and be fairly comfortable. So who knows what's going to happen? Jared has won a race at Talladega. I don't know if we've ever mentioned that on stream but he might have somebody pushing him again to another victory. I can't predict that one. I tend not to perform very well at the super speedways because I am not aggressive enough. So, what do you think about Talladega, Scott?
I agree with that statement of yours.
About me?
Yeah, you tend to not be aggressive enough towards the end at super speedways.
Okay.
What did you say?
I'm glad you are aware of it, though. Self-awareness.
That's right.
Step number one.
I'm writing a book about that, by the
But
way.
on the other hand, Jared's sometimes a little too aggressive and wild. So I don't know if that's gonna play out fair for him. Yeah, Talladega is a coin flip. especially
Yeah.
in the trucks. You can run 3 wide. I imagine they're going to do that because everybody's impatient. It's going to be chaotic.
So this is we're down to the final 8, and this is the second of the last 3 races. Homestead is next. After that, they'll be down to the final 4, and then we go to actually Atlanta, which is a weird ending track for me. I think just seems a little odd. The new Atlanta. So gosh, the guys that are in the playoffs and girls, but they are all guys. Um, I mean, they're gonna have to be careful. There's no fast repairs, so one wrong move and you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
So
How think it's a curveball for a playoff race.
yeah, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. So y'all come check that out. That's gonna be the 13th, Tuesday night on the stream. All right, moving on. Finally, around the garage, we just like to talk about some things that are going on stream. Any kind of behind the scenes drama that might be going on that people don't know about. So, yeah, we're gonna start with that one. What's the relationship like with you and Jared right now? Seeing as how he's on a hot streak, but you're running good too. So, y'all getting along? Any chatter in the locker room? How's that going?
That's a good question. I think that Jared's definitely on a hot streak, but Jared's been here now. I just got back and I'm already up there on the podium a few times.
Good
So
point.
I think that says a
Good
lot.
point. Mm-hmm.
Um,
It does say a lot.
I've spoken to him. I spoke to him after the last race. Congratulated him.
I saw y'all
Reminded him
high
that I was
fiving.
right there.
It was like
Yeah.
a awkward double high five thing. I don't know what that was all about.
Well, yeah, it's something we used to do back when we were tight, but
Hmm.
I think that Pocono is going to say a lot because I think that if I can get a strong finish, I might give him that little bit of, hey, I'm here. All right,
Okay.
I'm a threat.
A little bit of pressure might, change his
Yeah.
mindset.
I think that we're cool right now. There's not been too much drama, but I'm going to remind everybody why they pay me the big bucks to come back. So,
Yeah. Well, that's funny you mentioned that. Are you feeling any pressure to, people have compared you to Kyle Busch before. I don't know if you've, heard that, but in fact, I think they mentioned it on the broadcast last night. But any concern that, hey, I've got to live up to that big press conference I had, and any pressure feeling, or you're
there's
good?
a little bit of pressure. There's a little bit of pressure, but I think the pressure is more so on Jared and the team owner, yourself,
Ooh.
because I know that I've shown, all right, I'm up here. I can push a little further. There's the pressure to get to victory lane, obviously. But again, top 10 in points, and I missed the first race.
Hey, yeah, that kind of speaks for itself.
It does, but I think there's not as much pressure on me because I think it's if I can keep up what I'm doing, I'll be fine. I think the pressure is more on you guys because Jared's good right now, and he is showcasing his talent to the whole world. And
Ooh. He might be shopping around.
Well, I think that there's going to have to be some incentive to keep him on board at the end of the season.
What did you say?
I mean, he's a hot commodity.
Wow.
Rightfully
Okay.
so. I'll say that about him. He's good, and he's proven it so far. He's won half of the races now. I don't know. He's been talking to other teams. I know that much.
Okay. That reminds me.
There's a lot of pressure on the team to get him back.
After the race last night, I saw him on the cell phone. He's got that old school little flip phone with the little antenna that pulls out. It's so embarrassing. I don't know why we don't just buy him a phone. But anyway, he was over there, hey, and he saw me come around the corner. We were in the bathroom. He was sitting. But anyway, he had the door open. I don't know why. Talking on his cell phone, I'm like, whoa, what's he doing? I bet he was. You think he was talking to one of the other teams right then? Because he got real quiet after that.
He could have been just sort of hey, won tonight.
I mean, it was an awkward moment for a number of reasons. I mean, we were in the bathroom. He was sitting down. But I mean, if he was talking to other teams, that made it even more awkward. So, all right, hey, you're teaching me a lot. I'm writing down a lot of notes here. Check Jared's phone records. Got it.
Wow, that's gonna go over well.
Yeah. All right. So we did have the off week. I had an incredible week off from the ARCA series. Made a trip up to the Great Rocky Mountains. Climbed to the top of them. Did it in like 5 minutes. It was no big deal. Did you make that trip out to Canada inland to see the whales, or no?
No. Unfortunately, I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did during the off week,
Okay.
but
It looked
was,
like maybe you were practicing in Kansas all week. I mean, that was an impressive run.
I can tell you, I wasn't doing that.
Okay.
No. Something happened at some point last week where I got cussed out at one point. That was weird.
Yowzers.
I think Jared was there. I don't know what he's been doing all that off week, but he was there. It was a little weird, but
yeah. Maybe
I don't know,
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully
I
you
was
didn't get
hanging
your
out with
feelings hurt.
Master a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been chatting about the whole, fourth spot on the team, what potentials
I like
him
it
going forward.
I like the teaser there. We're gonna have to talk about that next week, I think, in episode number 3.
Yeah, it was a good talk.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of respect there. A lot of respect, despite my original press conference.
All right, so we're all refreshed, had our week off. All right, before we sign off, thoughts on the news about the All-Star race coming to North Wilkesboro in NASCAR?
I don't know if I'm
Fan,
a big
not
fan,
a fan?
but
Ooh,
I
okay.
liked it when it was at Charlotte.
Okay.
I think that was
old
cool.
School. You're one of those. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Charlotte's like the headquarters of NASCAR, North Carolina specifically, but Charlotte, I mean, Hall of Fame's right there. It's where a lot of teams are based.
What state is North Wilkesboro in?
It's in North Carolina,
Okay.
but
Okay.
Charlotte.
I didn't know if it had moved. Okay.
Charlotte's.
Yeah. I mean, my thought is, well, this goes without saying. It's pretty obvious. They're excited that racing. They're excited to have North Wilkesboro seemingly revitalized, and I think they realized real quick. Wait a minute. There's a lot of excitement about it because they had to cancel a bunch of other races because they're doing this, right? Didn't I see that? I think they canceled a whole bunch of late model stuff, and they were about to do some dirt stuff.
I thought Kyle Busch was still in the M&M car, so I don't know what's going on. Apparently, that's not a thing.
I mean, he is until the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel so much better now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He's just unsure what he's doing next year. I've actually talked to him about coming to drive the 18 car for B&H Racing. So, yeah, I had that talk. He said he wouldn't, not enough money. So, whatever. It is what it is.
Enough money for me.
I think it's cool. From what I'm hearing, though, I mean, that's a small place, of course, so they're worried about tickets might have to be really pricey because there's only so many people, But yeah, they've generated so much excitement about North Wilkesboro. It makes sense. I mean, who am I to say? They know what they're doing. They're running NASCAR. I mean, it's $1 billion company, right? I mean, it certainly used to be.
Rumors about electric cars.
Ooh. Yeah. So, all right. That's going to do it for episode number 2 of the Done Deal podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, leave the comments, especially on the burnouts. If you missed it, rewind about halfway through. Let us know about the burnouts. Charlie, pretty good. Jared, we'll see. Hopefully we're going to see some more burnouts, and we'll have some more things that we get to rate. So, yeah. Any last thoughts? Feel good about anything in general? Yeah.
Jamaica.
Okay. That's weird. We were having the same thoughts, like ESP. All right. For Scott, I'm Charlie. This is the Done Deal podcast. Y'all come check us out again. See y'all.